today. My name is Sparks, and I am the lead penguin keeper here at the California Academy of Sciences. You guys are in for a special treat today, but first I'm going to carry on with our typical feed that we do. I have to make sure these birds are getting their vitamins and medicated fish. I also have another biologist with me, Megan. So while we focus on that, I'm going to kind of go off mic for a minute, and when I'm ready, I'll give you guys a thumbs up. All right. Lazola. Ow. Iggy. Caplin. Iggy. Caplin. Finn. Caplin. Kiki. Herring. Parker. Herring. Pete. Herring. Bernie. Come on, Bernie. Herring. Opal. Opal. Diamond herring. Oh, Greenie. Greenie. All right. Come on, buddy. Cool. Nelson herring. Finn Caplin. Iggy herring. Darcy nope. Poppy herring. Nandy herring. Cool. Finn herring. Pete herring. Come on, Opal. Nope. Kiki. Darcy herring. Bernie herring. Ow. Iggy, no. Iggy herring. All right, everybody. So on the menu today, I have two different types of fish. I have herring here, which is really high in fat and protein, and I also have caplin. In their native range, African penguins are typically eating anchovies and sardines, but unfortunately, those are getting overfished, primarily for human consumption. So this is a way more sustainable option for us to feed our birds here. Monterey Bay Aquarium actually came out with a really handy tool called the Seafood Watch Program, and that is a guide to help you choose sustainable fish at your grocery store or when you're out dining at a restaurant. Ooh, Poppy Caplin. These birds typically can eat anywhere between just one fish a day, upwards of 20 and 30. Finn right here is going into her pre-molt phase, and so she's actually eating a lot of fish. I think we're clocking her at almost 20 fish a day. So as you can see, she's actually sporting her juvenile plumage still, and it's that slate gray coloration. They have this plumage till they're around a year and a half, almost two, and then they'll go through their first big catastrophic molt, and then they'll end up with the black and white plumage we're accustomed to seeing in the adults. We still have 4 juveniles with the plumage, and little Lazzoli here just recently finished his molt, and now he is sporting that tuxedo-like pattern that we're accustomed to seeing. African penguins recently just got updated to critically endangered on the IUCN Red List. Many threats to these birds include, of course, the overfishing, climate change, oil spills, and predation actually from feral cats and dogs. We partnered with a great group in Cape Town, South Africa called Sandcob, and they work with coastal and coastal birds and shorebirds. And like I said, due to things like climate change and the oil spills and the fact that there aren't a lot of the fish, these bird colonies will actually abandon their chicks and their eggs. So what Sandcob does is they go in and they rescue, rehabilitate, and then re-release the birds back into their native range. We send biologists down there every couple of years. And we also send them several equipment, like recently we had sent them an incubator, we send like ICU units, all different types of equipment that are very much needed for them. I went a few years ago during the height of chick season. I was working with around 200 birds a day. A good way to help support Sandcob is when you're visiting the academy, rounding up at any of the gift stores, all that proceeds and money goes directly to our Penguin Fund, which directly supports Sandcob. We also have a penny cruncher machine by the Swamp Shop, and all those proceeds as well go to our penguin fund that supports Sandcop. There you go, Randall. So we have a wide range of ages here in our colony. Nandy here being the youngest at 9 months, and Opal here who just, had her hatch day as she is 37 years old. African penguins live to be about 10 to 15 in their native range, and in human care we've seen them live upwards of 40 years. All right, so now I'm at the point where we are going to be handing out our little cut out hearts that we have for the birds. There you go. So we do lots of different forms of enrichment here at the Academy. This is a piece of felt. They use this as nesting material. We like to keep the birds very enriched throughout the day. So we do different things like penguin painting, we blow bubbles, we have stuff submerged in the water for them to play with. Come on, Bernie. Everybody's a little camera shy right now. Does nobody want any? No? No? Bernie? We'll see. Greenie, you want to take one? Thank you. Thank you. Parker? So it is currently, we're at the tail end of breeding season. African penguins have a pretty long breeding period, which typically starts in November and goes all the way till February. We currently have a few pairs on artificial eggs. Let's see, what else? Lozola? No. So each of the penguins are taking these cutout hearts back to their nest boxes. Each pair has a nest box, and that's where they sleep, lay their eggs, raise their young. Some of them actually have 2 nest boxes. We like to call them their little condos. They do get territorial about them, especially the males during breeding season. All the juveniles, though, do not have any nest boxes, and they just typically sleep out on the rocks. African penguin incubation is around 34 to 37 days, just depending. Sometimes it takes a while for the chicks to hatch out. A lot of times we will let the parents rear the chicks themselves, and then after a certain period of time we do pull them to be hand reared in something that we call fish school. And that's where we get better control of like getting their weights on them every day, getting them more accustomed to humans and being socialized with us. And then they get to learn how to swim as well. Anybody want any more? That might be all Valentine's out from this morning. Here you go, Bernie. One of our pair right here, the one I keep giving the hearts to, Bernie and Stanley, they also are little robbers. They will actually go into other birds' nest boxes and raid it and take all their nesting material out. If you actually take a peek in their nest box, it's so full that they have to like squeeze to get in. It's kind of cute. There we go, Parker. So all the birds that I'm currently keep coming back and are gathering the hearts are all the birds that are currently on artificial eggs. So the penguins will swap out depending on the time of day. Males will typically sit at night, females will sit during the day, but sometimes that changes. Both parents take part in raising the young. So African penguins typically will regurgitate the fish into the baby's mouth. And when we have to remake that, it's actually like a fish slurry, or we call it like a fish milkshake. Here you go, Parker. Dunker? No? So yeah, this is interesting to see one of the babies actually take it, because they really don't really know what to do with them. So that, what you were hearing was a bray. African penguins are a distinct call. They are also known as jackass penguins because they sound like donkeys. And that bray sound that they were doing was a form of pair bonding to strengthen their relationship. Oh, excuse you. There we go. Yeah. Oh, hey, Molly. Yes, they do. We actually do a form of training called name recognition. And we do that every time they're handed a fish. Some of the young birds still don't really know their names as well, but a lot of the older birds definitely know their names. Kiki. Come on, Kiki. Oh, that's a really good question, Molly. So, penguins like to eat a lot before they're going into their molting process. Because their molt is very taxing on their body, they actually can't go into the water to hunt and swim because they lose their ability to be waterproof. So during this time of a pre-molt period, they gorge themselves, pack on a lot of pounds, and kind of sit and wait it out because their molt will take anywhere between 2 weeks to a month. So during that time, they won't be able to fish. Who is the youngest? This is the youngest penguin. This is little Nandy, and she's around 9 months old. So hopefully she'll be going through her little molt soon. Her name actually means sweet, and she is one of our sweetest ones. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's a really good question. So African penguins are part of something called a species survival program. And that's like a genetic matrix, genetic bank, and it's where we work with different zoos and aquariums across our country. So a lot of times we either ship birds to other facilities or sometimes we'll receive. We are a breeding facility, so the majority of all of the chicks will be sent to another facility to be paired up and join the breeding program. I'm sorry, what? So we want them to continue to go through their natural process. Whoop, somebody hit the thing. Whoopsies. I think that was the Zola. So we want them to continue to go through their natural process of sitting and laying on the eggs. Are you going to take it? Oh. Nandy. There you go, Grendel. So no, we currently do not have any ambassador penguins, and we probably won't. Avian influenza is hitting the bird population across the entire world really hard, so we have to monitor human interactions because could possibly bring that around them. So no, unfortunately. There we go. Oh, she has so many hearts right now. They're loaded full. There you go, Parker. So our old little lady is Miss Opal, and she just had her hatch today, but she just went all the way back to her nest box. She's probably gonna go take a long nap. They typically like to nap after after they eat. But yeah, she is 37, and she is still feisty as ever. And this is our oldest male, Grendel. He is 33. Oh, so we actually try to control that because of the genetics of the birds. So when we want to pair a bird up, we will, Lazola, Lazola, come here. What's he? He's our little mischief troublemaker. He wants to like get up there. So we will put them in the behind the scenes space to pair them up, and we kind of set the mood. We'll play music, we'll give them even more bubbles, more fish, everything, just to, excuse you. Just to get them to like each other. There you go, Grendel.
We have another question from Molly. What kind of toys do penguins play with?
So the toys, we give them, they really like pool toys and wiffle balls. They also we have these like plastic sea stars that we give them. But honestly, their favorite little toy is between two things. It's either a cat laser pointer or clamshells. Dunker? Parker?
Are there any particular behaviors like grooming that penguins in a couple will do for each other?
Oh yeah, so a lot of times they will give each other rocks or the clamshells. They also do something similar to like a swan. They will do this weird head tilt towards each other, and that's just another form of their pair bonding that they do.
Anna asks, how many bonding pairs are there right now?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 7? 7, yeah.
Katie asks, I was once told by a docent that there is a small shark at the bottom of the seafood. Is that true or false?
Yes, so this is actually a mixed species habitat. We have 2 pajama sharks that are nocturnal. They're also found in South Africa. They typically hang out in the caves. We do dive and train them on Wednesdays, 1 o'clock. Check it out. Doo-doo. What are you doing? What are you doing? Grendel, I'm out of hearts, honey. I'm sorry.
What penguin couple at the academy has the longest relationship?
Oh, that's a tough question. It has to probably be Pete and Opal, our oldest female. I think they've been together the longest. Yeah.
How many babies have they had?
I don't know off the top of my head. I know I should know that, but I don't. So sorry. Hi, Greenie.
Anna's asking, what is their favorite enrichment?
Ooh, so favorite enrichment by far would be the laser pointer. Would you grab me a laser pointer real quick? And I'm going to give you guys a demonstration of that. You'll see they kind of go nuts for it. I think we're going to get one brought up here in a few seconds. Hey, Megan, I think it's in this little, it's in that hose reel, that hose thing. If you open up the hose. Okay. Sorry for just some difficulties.
For another question while we're waiting, Molly's asking, why do some of the penguin couples have 2 nest boxes?
Oh, because they're stingy. We have one alpha couple that like to claim 2. Sometimes they get 3. But yeah, so 2 of the nest boxes are really close together. So they kind of just take control of that. He's also our biggest male, so none of the other birds really want to mess with him too terribly much. Oop.
Another question is, do the penguins like belly rubs?
They do like belly rubs. They like them so much. More so some than others. Come here, Dunker. You like your belly rubs?
We have been wondering if there are any love triangles.
Oh, so it actually is a common misconception that penguins will stay together their whole lives. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But sometimes you will see some of them get little wandering eyes every once in a while. But right now we do not have any that are in a love triangle. Look! So I have the cat laser pointer now. See if she goes for it. Yep. She'll spin in circles for it. Nandy. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Super cute.
Liz asks, are any of them friends outside of their mating pairs?
Are any of them what?
Friends.
Friends? Are the penguins friends?
Outside of their mating pairs.
Oh yeah, totally. They are colony birds. So some of them like some birds more than others. It's kind of like literally living in a reality TV show in here or a telenovela. So sometimes they'll be friends, sometimes they'll fight. It's all up in the air, depends on the day. But that's what makes it so exciting to work with this species. They're so charismatic.
Want to wrap up, we have one more question. Since African penguins are endangered, how can people help support them in the
By shopping sustainably for fish. Like I was saying earlier, anchovies and sardines are their main food source. So shopping sustainably at your grocery stores or even eating at your restaurants sustainably harvested fish, that alone right there will help so much. Oh, we got a little quarrel going on. Oh, yeah. We good? Awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to our Penguin Valentine's Day. I hope everyone has a wonderful Valentine's Day, and thank you for watching.